Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on his last leg of a 5-day tour to Japan, but the Indian Prime Minister seems to be a runaway hit in the land of the rising sun. On the fourth and second last day of his visit, Modi addressed members of the Indian diaspora and seemed to have completely floored his audience, so much so there were chants of Har Har Modi outside the Indian embassy in Tokyo. A large crowd had gathered to interact with the Indian Prime Minister for hours. A visibly moved Narendra Modi also broke his security cordon to meet the people assembled to listen to him. Such was the appeal of Narendra Modi in Japan that several school children had landed up after actually bunking their classes. Later, while addressing the assembled people, Modi took a dig at his so-called secular critics. Modi revealed that he has gifted a Bhagavad Gita to the Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe and joked that he may be panned as communal for this.
आपको जानकर के खुशी होगी, मैं गिफ्ट देने के लिए गीता ले आया था, भगवत गीता। मैं नहीं जानता हिंदुस्तान में क्या होगा, शायद एक टीवी डिबेट चलेगी इस पर। हमारे सारे सेकुलर मित्र बड़ा तूफान खड़ा कर देंगे। ये मोदी अपने आप में समझता क्या है? गीता लेके गया मतलब उसने उसको भी कम्युनल कर दिया। खैर उनकी भी रोजी रोटी तो चलनी चाहिए, और अगर हम नहीं रहे तो कैसे चलेगी? लेकिन पता नहीं आजकल ऐसे ऐसे विषयों पर विवाद करते हैं, लेकिन मेरा कमिटमेंट है, मेरा कन्विक्शन है, और मैंने इस निर्णय किया कि मैं दुनिया के किसी महापुरुष को मिलूंगा तो मैं ये दूंगा। और मैंने जापान में आज यहाँ के महाराजा को मिलने गया तो उनको भी मैंने गीता भेजी।
Prime Minister Modi later met Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's oldest living associate in Japan. Modi called on 99-year-old Saichiro Misumi and inquired about his health. The Ministry of External Affairs later tweeted this photo that's on your screen of that meeting. Modi is known to hold Subhash Chandra Bose in high esteem and is often referred to his revolutionary ways while interacting in Japan. Gaurav Sawant, our editor of Strategic Affairs, is in Tokyo. He's been tracking Narendra Modi's historic visit to the land of the rising sun. Gaurav, several different events and functions today when Narendra Modi spoke. His popularity absolutely peaking in that country. The meeting with Subhash Chandra Bose's oldest living associate, you know, that interaction with the Indian diaspora outside the embassy. Amazing stuff, Gaurav.
This indeed is amazing. Narendra Modi on a charm offensive here, both in Kyoto and in Tokyo. And outside the Indian embassy, Narendra Modi broke the security cordon. The SPG was surprised. He walked out of the embassy, waded through the traffic, went and met all these people who had been waiting since 2 in the afternoon, since the embassy wouldn't give them the exact time of Narendra Modi's arrival because of security. He shook hands with each and every one of them. There were several children, including a couple of young girls who had bunked school just to catch a glimpse of Narendra Modi. One of them, in fact, told Narendra Modi that she had bunked school, and he said, that's not a very good thing. You need to study hard and do extremely well. He blessed all the children and came back. So quite a star here. And that gathering of the Indian diaspora, you heard the way he addressed them, and this was his 5th speech through the day. We've attended each and every one from early in the morning, Sacred Heart University, when he spoke to young women scholars, to this last speech to the Indian diaspora. He also made the biggest sales pitch, Shiv, the biggest sales pitch for investment in India.
And Gaurav, 1 day left for this visit. What are we expecting to see Modi do now?
Well, now it's just his final rounds of farewells before he boards his special aircraft back for India tomorrow. In the morning, he will just be thanking the entire Indian embassy staff. They've put in a lot of effort here in Japan to make this trip a super success. The Indian diaspora has worked extremely hard, and it's that message that Narendra Modi leaves behind. He says invest in India. It's the safest destination for Japanese investment. Today he gave them the 3D mantra, as he called it. He said India is a democracy. Your investments are safe in India. It's a vibrant democracy. Let's talk about the demography.
Yes.
65% of the country's population is under 35 years of age. So you have a young, dynamic, skilled workforce. And he spoke of demand in the Indian market. And he gave the example of Maruti Suzuki, how they shifted to India. They're exporting around the world, but it's so much cheaper to manufacture it in India. He also made a pitch for Gujarat, where he said the moment they started manufacturing Gujarat, the 9,000 rupees that cost them to transport every car from Gurgaon to the port, from Gujarat they saved 9,000 rupees on every car. And this, he got a massive ovation. People, according to what we've been told by captains of Indian industry, people here in Japan, industry captains, seem very excited and positive about investing in India.
Well, definitely on a high. 100 days are celebrated there in Japan, not in India, and Narendra Modi has definitely used the opportunity and the platform to talk about the big things his government has done. Of course, there's a political fight back here in India, but there in Tokyo, it's all positive and the sentiment is high. Thanks very much, Gaurav, for getting us that.